Welcome back to the Student of the Game podcast. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It is free of charge. All right, free of charge. All right. So the Seattle Seahawks, go Hawks! They made the playoffs, 9-8. Once again, Pete Carroll does it again. This has been an amazing season. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not saying it's better than the Super Bowl season. I'm not comparing it to that. But what makes this season so impressive and so freaking awesome is the fact that Geno Smith, who a lot of people doubted, Pro Bowl, 70% completion rate, right? Pete Carroll, who they said, yeah, Pete Carroll was just riding the coattails of Russell Wilson, dangerous. Let's ride, Broncos country. Let's ride. Oh, back in March when the Broncos got Russell Wilson, Peyton Manning helped recruit Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. And guess what? The Broncos going to be competitive. Watch out, Patrick Mahomes. Watch out, Justin Herbert. Watch out, Derek Carr. Oh, the Denver Broncos country. Let's ride. They're going to do the doggone thing, be contenders, right? All right, Russell Wilson wants to go somewhere where he can compete for multiple championships and have a Tom Brady legacy, right? Okay, okay. All right. They finished last in the AFC West, right? Yeah, yes, they did. Oh, and the Seattle Seahawks are going to be at the bottom of the barrel. They're going to have a top three, top four, top five pick. All right. They won't be better than that. Well, guess what? The Seattle Seahawks, that is something that is truthful. They did get a top five pick in the draft, but guess what? Guess who it came from? Came from them Denver Broncos. Yeah, some say, yeah, T, man, you being very, very petty. No, no, no. See, here's the thing. When people when you got a comeback for people, they want to say you being petty. No, it's not being petty. It's just being ready. You understand what I'm saying? So I got love for the Denver Broncos fans. My brother-in-law is a Denver Broncos fan. All right, Broncos fan at heart, and I love them to pieces, bro. Love them. And it's like, hey, but not him though. He hadn't been talking noise like that. It's just a lot of these other Denver Bronco fans and a lot of people in the national media. They straight up crapped over the Seahawks and they said that Russell Wilson made the best decision and Pete Carroll blah 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 ain't this. Well, guess what? Now we showing you that guess what? It wasn't all Russell Wilson and it wasn't all Pete Carroll. It was both of them collabing together. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, when you have Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg together, you come up with some doggone magic. All right. You have all of them together. And and of course, it was the Legion of Boom and it was Beast Mode too. And it was the 12s. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's a team, it's unity. All right. But anyways, Seahawks made the playoffs, man. Special shout out to the Detroit Lions. Hey, man, I was telling folks, I said, well, what I mean by telling folks is that I talk to the Colin Cowherds and to the Stephen A's and all that. They just don't be getting back to me, but I talk to them and stuff in my head and everything and on the TV screen, and I'm like, you know what? They keep talking about that the Detroit Lions, if they find out that the Seahawks win, well, then the Detroit Lions won't have anything to play for. Because had the Seahawks lost, then that would have, and the Lions won against the Packers, then the Lions would make the playoffs. But because the Seahawks won, people were like, the Lions not going to have anything to play for. Listen, Dan Campbell said at that press conference a couple years ago that they're going to bite people on the foot and toes and put you in Ken Shamrock submission move, ankle locks, and all that good stuff. All right. Guess what? That's what they did. You don't say your team is going to be like that and then you just give up a game. No, they have been a feisty team, got a lot of dog in them, a lot of heart in them all year. And watch out for that team, man. And the Packers, their division rival. So of course, it's a reason why the NFL scheduled all these division rival games towards the end of the season. So that way it prevents the probability of other teams just tanking just to tank. Because first and foremost, when you're drafting and signing free agents and making trades and moves, you're doing that number one to win your division. Guess what? They went out there and they sought Aaron Rodgers and those Green Bay Packers and they let them have it in Green Bay. But it sounded like they was in Detroit, didn't it? Yeah, sounded like they was right up there on the corner of freaking 8 Mile or something, right? But they did the doggone thing, and I love how those guys played, man. Like, I mean, they played with some heart and some soul, Hey, I guess that's why it's Motown, right? They played with some heart and soul, man. But yeah, Seahawks back in the playoffs. Thank you again, Detroit Lions. We got a date with those 49ers, they beat us. They kicked our butts twice this year. We can't let them kick our butts 3 times this year. No, we can't. This is a new year. We're in the same season, but this is a new year. A New Year's resolution, number one, we got to beat the San Francisco 49ers. We got to get our lick. We got to get some licks back or something. You got to scratch them or something because they've been smacking us in the mouth. Like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this at all. Like, for the past 10 years, like, we've been, it's been a real good rivalry with the 49ers. A lot of times, we'll beat them 2 games to 0. They'll beat us 2 games 0. But for the most part, it'll be even. It'll be a split. We win our home game, they win their home game. But anyways, it's going to be a real good matchup. Very, very competitive. Anything goes. You remember when Pete Carroll, 7-9, Seattle Seahawks defeated the 11-5 defending Super Bowl champion New Orleans Saints over 12, about 11 years ago in the playoffs, and that's when the beast quake came. Wonder if we're going to get a Kenneth Walker the third quake over there in San Francisco or Anaheim or whatever the hell they play it. But got a lot of respect for the 49ers. It's going to be a real good game. I'm looking forward to this being a smash mouth game. Whoever wins this game, I think it's going to be close. A lot of people, they're going to be thinking the Niners are going to blow them out. Listen, this is a division game. It's hard to blow out a division opponent 3 times in a row. I'm telling you, it's hard. That's hard to do. And I don't see that happening. But anyways, share your thoughts in the comment section below, whether if you're a Seahawks fan or not, and let me know what you think about the Seahawks clinching the playoffs. If you're a Detroit fan, I just want to say, hey, thank you for taking care of y'all business, man. Got to watch out for y'all next year, man, for real. But please hit that like and subscribe button. And once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Student of the Game podcast. What is a podcast? Student of the Game podcast. Peace out. Yeah.